Star Wars gaming really needs this. Now, I'm saying Star Wars gaming and not EA Star Wars because at this point, any creators can make a Star Wars game. Rockstar Games could do it. Sledgehammer Games. Anybody can do it. But the Star Wars gaming scene desperately needs a multiplayer Star Wars game. Preferably Battlefront 3, but if Battlefront 3 doesn't happen or happens later, just a multiplayer game related to Star Wars, just like Battlefront. The only other ones we've had, well, just one really, is freaking Squadrons, which was an absolute failure that nobody asked, and it's about starships, which most of the fan base is not a fan of and don't play that often. But for the success of Star Wars gaming, saying they is too broad, but a certain company, in my opinion, I feel like Rockstar would make a good game, a multiplayer game, but someone needs to make a multiplayer Star Wars game. Any multiplayer game in general, right? Call of Duty, Grand Theft Auto, multiplayer games have so much replayability, especially if you actually design it well, like Battlefront 2 for example. But we desperately need one, because look at Fallen Order. I predicted this. Go in my old videos. I predicted that Fallen Order and Jedi, whatever, I can't remember these names, but this game was going to release, it's going to be fun for a week or two, and then it's just going to die off. The game released like a month ago. Do you hear about it that often? You hear more about Kusa than you do about that game. That's just saying a lot. Like, it's insane how the game just released, and I wouldn't call it dead, but the amount of people that are playing it anymore is absurdly insane. Now, that's what happens to games like that, right? It's not that the game failed, it's just that's what happens to single player games. You play them for a bit and then they just die off. That's just nature of the beast. But what happens with multiplayer games is that they're so good that people come back. Sure, after 5 years, people are just going to lose interest, but there's always going to be a small niche of people or new people that come in and play, and there's always going to be the replayability over and over. You go and play the old Call of Duties, which I still do, and you can still find games, although it's harder than before, obviously, you can still find them. With single player games, that's just not a thing. With single player games, you play them once or twice, and then you're done. Next time you play is in 5 years. With these games, you're always playing it. Battlefront 2 released in 2017 and it's 2023 and I'm still playing it. Battlefront 1 released in 2015 and I'm still playing it. That says a lot.
Where's y'all sense of humor? I'm done making jokes cause they got old like baby boomers. To my haters, to consumers, I make vets feel like they juniors. Say your time is coming soon, but just like Oklahoma, mine is coming sooner. I'm just a late bloomer. I didn't peak in high school, I'm still out here getting